Hey playa, have you ever felt like your OCD, your obsessive-compulsive disorder, has taken over your life and you want to do something about it? Well, that's exactly what Jacob asked me when he said, please do a video on how to manage my OCD. Now, OCD can be really intense and really hard to deal with sometimes, but there are a few key things you can do in your day-to-day life to help you work through it.
This is the Josh Speaks, you're watching the Josh Speak.
For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single Monday through Friday, I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. And sometimes people throw around the word OCD when maybe they just like things clean or need to do things in an organized way. But for many people, OCD is a very real and difficult thing to deal with. It can lead to depression, anxiety, nervousness, social exclusion, and a ton of other things that you don't want to happen. Two things I don't want to rule out when it comes to managing your OCD is getting the proper medication for it and going to therapy. Both can be extremely helpful and successful ways to help you cope. And along with those two options, there's still other little things that you can do to help you figure out whether or not you're experiencing OCD in that moment or you're not. One thing you should do is to make a list of all the different anxious thoughts that go through your mind. And that can include anything from constantly having to wash the dishes, to check to see if the door is locked, checking in with loved ones to make sure they're safe, whatever happens in your mind. Once you have this list written out, make a second column, and next to each thing that you wrote, write down the trigger moment, something that happened that caused you to think that thought. Maybe you were just leaving the house, you shook someone's hand, or you just haven't spoken to your family or friends in a while. Put down all of these different explanations and reasons that led to the anxious thoughts. And now that you've gotten those two columns down, you're going to make a third column. And in this third column, you're going to write down whether or not you think this fear is realistic or unrealistic. Now, you may feel like they're all realistic, but I would really try to challenge yourself here and to really break down and identify which you think are truly realistic. Things that you think if you didn't do them, bad things would happen, and which you think are just because you're experiencing your OCD. Making this list is going to be extremely helpful going forward, because the next thing you're going to want to do is to come to terms and accept the fact that you have anxiety and OCD. And there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you any lesser of a person or weird in any way. We all have our own different experiences and things we have to go through. So this is simply one of yours. And along with making this list, one thing you can try doing is journaling. Write down your different experiences throughout the day. That way, seeing it on paper makes it easier for you to recognize when it's happening and to see that you can do something about it. So, along with documenting your experiences, you're also going to want to challenge them head on when they do spring up. For example, if you feel like your hands are covered in germs and you constantly want to clean them, try to push yourself every single day. Start by doing it for 1 minute without going and rushing to clean your hands. Then the next day, do 2 minutes. Then after a while, do 5 and then 10. As you keep practicing, you'll start to be able to push those behaviors further away. And the reason for doing it like that is because everything is small steps. Making those incremental changes day to day will make it a lot easier for you to see how you're growing rather than just trying to jump to the finish line from the start. I know you have what it takes, and even if you make just a small step, that's a huge progress from where you were before, and you should definitely be proud of yourself. What do you think though? Have you ever experienced OCD or OCD-like behaviors before? Leave your comments down below and we'll talk about it. Now, this may be something you want to talk to me about in a more private setting, so you can always shoot me a DM over on Snapchat or Instagram. I do my best to answer as many messages as I can. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you found this video to be helpful, and make sure to check out the videos I have over there on the side, where I go more in depth on dealing with anxiety, depression, nervousness, or any other kind of negative thought or feeling you're having. Those videos will be super helpful. On that note, guys, I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.